Good morning, Rust Busters, Google Bits, TV Rats. And let's get started. Alright, let's start with
All artifacts that come into your possession or you use must be promptly delivered to an on-duty ship employee. There are no exceptions. Remember that a speech of prime soldier can pose a danger to everyone. Thus, the mandatory speech requirements will remain unchanged. However, in light of the current
A
events,
stalker at Icarus. These are desperate times indeed. How are you feeling? Any headaches? Dizziness, perhaps? I wish I had the proper equipment to read your Psi signature. Given the circumstances, it never hurts to have a control sample.
all artifacts that come into your possession for any reason
I've been informed that there's a traitor in the ward. He probably has Monolith connections. Can you help me find him?
Monolith? Impossible. I would have noticed for sure. But if you insist, let's run another check. I'll need up-to-date readings from the scanning antennas in order to find your traitor. Unless, of course, you are just imagining him. That's the order of the day around here.
circus shifts are a privilege that demand a high level
Deal. I'll get you data.
It's a pleasure working with you, Stalk. Tell me if you start feeling...
circus shifts are a privilege that demand a high level of skill and dedication.
Well, well, looks like Kravenko's got himself a new assistant. Those slackers from the Institute sure like to ride other people's coattails.
Circus shifts are a privilege that demand a high level of skill and dedication.
Hey, this spot's mine. It's easier to breathe here. Just don't tell anybody, okay? I'm not telling anyone. And you don't tell anyone about this spot either.
I got all 3 reports. Laugh if you want, Stalker, but it seems like you were right. Icarus may indeed be exposed to the influence from outside.
Have you found the traitor?
Not exactly, but I did find an interesting disturbance in the psi field, here in the camp. So much for the much-vaunted ward. I remember Sienkiewicz puffing out his chest when he said his most trusted man, S.T.A.L.K.E.R, had checked everything and that the threat was clearly coming from outside the camp. Follow these coordinates. I'll have security let you in. If the thing beneath Icarus is what I think it is, I want you to leave it alone, but make sure you get a reading from it.
Looking for some... This ain't... Come on in.
Circus shifts are a privilege that demand a high level of skill and dedication.
Shoot to kill!
A stalker is not your friend, but being polite and attentive is the best strategy when communicating with them.
How did it go?
Not bad. I found a strange device.
Just as I thought. That, my friend, is a Psi beacon. Old monolith technology, with a few recent modifications.
How did the Psi beacon end up there?
How does anything end up anywhere? Someone put it there. If the signatures I have read with your assistance are to be believed, this one was put there by Lieutenant S.T.A.L.K.E.R. The same S.T.A.L.K.E.R. who was supposed to check the underground area on Sienkiewicz's orders. Korshunov's gonna have a long talk with the captain, I'm sure.
Get to the point.
It's pretty simple. Lieutenant S.T.A.L.K.E.'s Psi signature is nearly identical to those we have taken from the former Monolithians. Can you believe it?
Do you know where the lieutenant is?
I can take a guess. My colleagues at Echo Station are doing similar research, and they picked up an interesting signature recently. I didn't think much of it before. There are lots of people roaming the swamps after all. But now I know who it is. It's a good thing Circa expeditions are always accompanied by a security detail. I believe S.T.A.L.K.E.R. will be detained soon. Still, you'd better hurry up.
A stalker is not your friend, but being polite and attentive is the best strategy when communicating with them.
Want to know how I ended up here? Because of freaking music. I used to be a digger over at the slag heap, and I fixed up a radio from the scraps I found. Just needed one more vacuum tube to get it working. Then the Sultan paid a visit to our top dog. Welcome aboard, we've got all kinds of gizmos here. I thought maybe I'd find the vacuum tube, so I made the move. The ship didn't have one either, but at least I'm having fun. Folks bring me all sorts of stuff. It blows my mind. Too bad they won't take me along. I'd slow them down. I heard a story about those beacons in the swamps. Need... Your gun is your only friend here in the zone. Keep her in.
Sure, they might come to this right about now.
First time here, huh? Don't be shy, loner. We won't bite. Visit the Sultan's once. You'll see there's no better place in all of Zaton. If you're looking for a job, got artifacts to sell, or just need a drink for the road, you've come to the right place. I know all about how this place works, and I can tell you how to make it work in your favor. Rule number 1, no trashing my ship. I'm not gonna like it. Name's Sonia, by the way. Sonia Kalina.
I'm looking for work. Got any?
We've always got work for a capable guy. Our boss, the Sultan, has something coming up. Go see him. Tell him Khalid. And if you do a good job, we'll pay you. Tick. Remember, no.
Remember this. I'm the Sultan, and this ship is mine. If you play by my rules, you'll have a good life here. But step out of line, and you can kiss that good life goodbye. Don't bother me with crap, and don't start shit with Kalina or my men, unless you want a bullet in your knee.
Kalina says you need help with something.
You want to work for me, huh? Well, Sofia Oleksievna's right. I just happen to have a job that's perfect for you.
Why hire S.T.A.L.K.E.R, boss? We got plenty of decent guys starving for work right here.
If your buddies are starving, Knuckle, tell them they can starve to death for all I care. They need to make themselves useful, and so do you. Go make me some tea while I talk shop with this loner. You like it here on the Sultan's, Stalker? I've been living in the swamps for a long time now. Had my fair share of chumps to shake down and assholes to kill. Life's been good to me so far. Even if you're the kingpin of garbage, the zone can still fuck your shit right up. And a mission hit my stash a little while back. The place is crawling with anomalies and mutants now. The zone's a bitch, eh?
She surely is.
I like the cut of your jib, Stalker. So let me get to the point. There was an important briefcase in that stash, and I want it back.
All right. I'll bring you your briefcase.
Very well. The job's easy enough, just a couple of mutants and some anomalies. And the pay's more than generous. Here are the coordinates.
The Sultan got a blood transfusion from Beard. That's way more vessels for Beard to bitch about.
When I play cards, I can count on luck. But the zone is a whole different, so don't worry. This...
Fast traveling, best friend, fast traveling.
I'm sick of these guests walking all over us. That kind of shit never happened when Nestor was around.
It's not too crowded here.
Do you have any...
I always have work for... One chump was boasting in the bar that he and his pals are going to sell moonshine to my clients. And not the good kind of moonshine.
Dead men are easier to rip off.
That's how the fucker put it. So I want you to put him and his buddies down. No one sells poison to my clients. That's my prerogative.
I like it.
Deal.
I sure could go for a nice deep There's no hiding!
That's it. Oh, yeah.
You guys are a hell of a place. The howling wind, the tunes of clinging metal.
No one's gonna try to.
You did good. Skillful, pal.
Do you have any?
At the moment,
Alright. I'm gonna call it when we get to like here in front of the bus. I want to see what you do. Rusty